All right, that was Ehu, and music is just beautiful. What a beautiful voice. Well, it's time for us to talk nutrition this morning. Now, today on the nutrition segment, I'm going to be discussing digestion, good digestion. How do we eat to ensure that our digestion is a good one? What is good digestion in the first place? And then what sort of, meals, dishes, ingredients that we put in our food will contribute to that. Akosia Kodidi Yadom is a state-registered nutritionist, and she's joined us once again to help us to understand these conversations that we desperately need to have. Good morning, Akosia.
Good morning, Kuku.
How are you?
I'm awesome. Yourself?
I'm fantastic. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. So I guess we should start from the space where we find out what is good digestion, and then we can talk about the things that we need to eat to make sure that that happens.
Okay, so good digestion is your body's ability to make use of the nutrients that it derived from the food you ate without any distressing symptoms.
Okay.
So if I am able to take this cup of coffee and then I don't...
Of course, with Creamy Plus.
Okay, with Creamy Plus, and I don't get bloating, I don't get gassing, I don't constipate, I don't have diarrhea or any other issue as far as how I was initially is concerned. Before I took it, then it means that there is good digestion happening as far as my body's ability to tap into whatever I fed it is concerned. So when you say you have good digestion, it means that your body is able to assimilate every nutrient in a given food you took or you've taken without any distressing symptoms.
Okay. All right. So how do we make sure that we're eating in order to have good digestion?
Now, you know your body more than I would know my body. But for digestion, you need to know these points so that it helps you to be able to make healthier choices. Because good digestion will improve on your immune system. And we know that our immune system, I always tell people that even if you knew nothing from this segment alone, immune system has been something we've spoken extensively on as far as this COVID thing from March is concerned. So at least if you are a loyal...
March of 2 years ago, actually.
Yes, if you're a loyal follower of the nutrition segment, I believe that now you know much about the immune system. You do your immune system some good. It's not just good, you make the immune system very strong. And then it improves on your brain health. So you are taking care of your gut health or your digestion or your digestive health, but it will do something to your immune system. It does something to your brain health. It improves on your mood. Come to think of it, I am asleep and I hear this whole sound happening in my tummy. Sometimes you are unable to sleep because of something you ate. And so it improves on your mood. It helps you sleep well. Now, we will get there to reset.
Why don't we start with the challenges, the common problems that people can have with their digestive system?
Now you have diarrhea, we have constipation, we have irritable bowel syndrome, we have inflammatory bowel disease, we have heartburns. Those ones are the dominant ones. We have people gassing, we have people bloating. So if you took something and you are experiencing something different from how your body felt before you ate it, I don't take full cream milk. No matter what you do to me, that brand with the blue and white label, I will never take it because it would do something that my tummy wouldn't be comfortable with. I will have diarrhea. So I am very careful as far as even my choice of dairy products is concerned. So if you are experiencing diarrhea, if you are experiencing constipation, sometimes it's because of what you ate. That is why you have that diarrhea. Like I said, I've given myself as an example. I don't take all milks because I'll have diarrhea. If you are constipating, if you have irritable bowel syndrome, sometimes you take something and you realize that you don't feel the same. It means that your body or your immune system system is reacting or fighting something you kept in you. And we're talking about food insensitivity and then allergies.
Yeah.
So I believe that if you don't have if you didn't watch it, you can go to CityTube and then follow to know what we are talking about as far as food sensitivity is concerned. So these can be what can the common conditions, and then you can have these being the causes: poor nutrition.
Yeah.
This is the nutrition segment. We are always preaching good nutrition.
Yes.
So it's very important that you know how to even eat. Yes, we have to teach you how to eat, and somebody has been trained for that.
Yeah.
Because you can't just lift anything and eat. If I should pour this coffee and drink it like that, do you think the taste will be as compared to adding this creamy plus and then sugar to it? It will taste better. That is how nutrition has to be.
Yeah.
You pick this from the staple, you pick that from the fruits and vegetable category, you pick this from the animal protein, and then you pick this from healthy fats, you pick the other ones too from pulses, nuts and seeds to make up for the 4-star diet protocol that the whole world, or the WHO, the World Health Organization, the Ghana Health Service expects us to be following as far as we making sure we are attaining optimal nutrition is concerned. And then food sensitivity, I just spoke about it. An infection.
Yes.
If you have an infection, it can also affect that. So it's not just about your gut. Your gut is living in a human being. I can't take your gut away from
outside of it.
You can't. So it's a whole body, and so what affects your gut can have a way of affecting everything about how you look or feel. So those are some of the common problems associated with indigestion.
Before we continue, let me just remind our viewers of the number to WhatsApp us on is 05505-85832. You've heard us talk about some of the common problems that can happen in the digestive tract. We've talked about irritable bowel syndrome, which I would like you to explain what that is. We have talked about constipation. We've talked about diarrhea. We've talked about inflammation, bowel disease. We've talked about heartburn. You eating and then the food is just seems to be stuck up here and it's not going down. If you have any of these challenges and you want to find out a little more, talk to our nutritionist here. Send us a WhatsApp message 0550585832. If you happen to be outside Ghana, kindly prefix that number with +233. Okay, so let's talk about the signs of poor digestion.
Okay, so when your body is unable to break down protein, that is where there is the issue. So that's why I even spoke about milk, that I can't take all milk. Milk is a grade 1 protein or first class protein. And there is casein being the main the active go-to as far as nutrients is concerned. So the nutrient found in milk, the casein, is responsible for how I felt as far as the diarrhea I had is concerned. Now, when there is an alteration or that protein cannot be broken down for assimilation of the calcium to happen, the main reason why I would take this is for me to have some calcium in me for healthy bone, for a woman. I'm not hitting menopause yet, but if you are hitting menopause or at your menopausal age, you want to reduce your bone issues and bone mass being decreased, and then cut your risk of osteoporosis. And so there is a need for calcium. For a pregnant woman at trimester 2-3, you need calcium. And so for me to be able to break that protein casein down and get to that calcium, that is what is of importance to me. And so if my body is unable to break down that, then there's a problem. So 2 to 3 hours after I have taken this creamy plus milk, what happens to my body will be as a result of the protein in there not being able to be broken down. For
so
that
we're talking about bloating
to happen.
here. We talk about bloating.
So the main thing that happens with gut discomfort has to do with their body's inability to break down protein for nutrients to be duly assimilated into the body.
What are some of the other signs?
So we have bloating. Now, you take something and you realize that your belly size has increased. It is not the sikafuru anymore. You need to make sure that you pay attention to it, because you just took coffee, I took coffee, but I don't hear any sound, I don't feel too full. Sometimes, some people can just take this glass of tea and then they are just uncomfortable. They feel like they ate an earthenware bowl of fufu.
Yeah.
It means there is a problem.
Yeah.
Then abdominal tightness and then the cramping. There are people who have cramps, like the women will sometimes go through. For men, for women, for even babies. For some of them, you hear sounds.
Okay.
You can hear those sounds, and then if you are hearing anything that makes you so uncomfortable, it means that there is something going on as far as breakdown is concerned. Heartburns and indigestion. There are people who can literally see some of the food they ate in their stool. Especially for even young little children. If you're a parent here, and I know you too, you are a good dad, so you at least will observe even the stool of your child. You can sometimes see if it's beans, there are some droplets. It means that digestion didn't happen properly. And I'm talking about people who are always in a rush to eat. It takes 20 minutes for satiety signals to hit the brains. So if I'm somebody who is constantly rushing through my meals, I make the work of the smaller intestines difficult. Now, there has to be a crossing over so that that food will be released to the larger intestines for more of the processing to be done. The processes that involves you crossing over from the smaller to the larger will cause fermentation to happen, and bloating is bound to happen there. Now, indigestion food, like I said, in the stool, constipation, and then foul smelling gas. Sometimes, because of the protein we take, naturally, the passing of gas will not smell like your air refreshener will smell. But obviously, sometimes it comes with this foul smell, like fishy, like the way egg yolk will smell when you keep it overnight. It means that there is a problem as far as digestion is concerned. So there is a need for you to be worried.
Is there a way to speed up digestion? How do we speed up digestion?
Yes, there is a way to speed up digestion to make sure that you are doing your body some good. Now, to start off, I will say that you need to make sure you are eating well. And we have a 3-day program. I'll quickly go through this. Exercise at least 30 minutes a day. This helps to at least push the materials you ate. The muscles of the body will be able to push it where it needs to be pushed to. So it's very important for us all to exercise. Even if, especially if you're a sedentary worker. If you are somebody on the go, reporter for city, obviously you move a lot. And so this may not really be of need to you. But for some people who need to sit for longer hours, it's very important that exercises are carefully planted in your daily routine. Now, you eat more fibrous food. We've spoken about fruits and vegetables. It's very important. We have some examples. You go there. And then you drink more water. At least the 8 glasses recommendation. A glass is 250 ml, equivalent to half of the sachet water. So if it's 8 glasses, now you need 4 of the sachet waters, or the 500 ml bottle, what you buy for 1 cedi. You need 4 of that to make sure you stay hydrated.
So let's go look at some of the
And then you have healthy teas.
Okay, let's go look at some of the fibrous foods that we're talking about here. Okay, so we're looking at...
we have beetroot, we have ginger here, we have mint, we have pineapple. And I love the examples we have here. Pineapple is a go-to. It has bromelain. Very, very good for your gut health. Bromelain is very, 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 very great as far as improving on the digestive system of every human being is concerned. So it's not just about the food. The bromelain is found in the middle. So when you cut
the stalk
pineapple,
in the middle.
There is a stalk in the middle. What the pregnant women try to avoid. It has something good that it does for the body. So it helps you as far as improving on your gut health is concerned. And that does your body some good. Mint, also very great as far as working on relieving you of any stress as far as digestion is concerned. So mint is also a go-to. It aids in digestion. Ginger, you never go wrong with ginger. Ginger is a spice. Ginger is a condiment. Ginger is a herb. Ginger is everything because of its anti-inflammatory properties, and it is also blessed with antioxidants. So you even eating some of this to take care of your gut health will help clear free radicals from your system. So people with healthy digestive systems, they have lower risk of cancers.
I see.
Because of the foods they eat. And then beetroot.
Well.
Beetroot is also great.
Beetroot,
yes, very, very good. You can even make juice from it. And for the pregnant women, sometimes we tell them to make let me give them free apple. So we have like 4 of this here.
Okay.
So you can make this for the morning. You just chop it into halves that your blender can comfortably work with. And then you can add a few picks of cut pineapple just to give it some taste, and also not just taste. So nutrition is not just about taste. This is also a powerful enhancer. So it will help you as far as absorbing every iron in this beetroot. So you don't just eat, and it's not because we want it to taste nice. It is tasting good, and I will help you add a bit of ginger just to make sure you have a good drink for yourself, but also you are improving on your blood health, you are improving on your gut health, and also helping as far as every digestion that has to happen that day is concerned.
What about natural yogurt?
Very good, especially I love Greek yogurt because of the presence of probiotics. So probiotics are very good. So they are bacteria that are live, like for the biochemistry people will say, and it's very good as far as working on your gut health. So for people who have issues with digestion, I would say that after every meal, just get 2 tablespoons full scoop of Greek yogurt, and then just have it to make sure that you don't have to experience that gassing, because sometimes you are sitting fine girl sitting next to Kweku and you are just making a lot of noise. Everybody is like, what is going on? Is she hungry or what? It's very, 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 very
uncomfortable,
and you're fine for you as a lady. So you need to make sure to take care of that.
The place of water in digestion, what about that?
Water is everything. Water is like petrol for your car or diesel for your car. You can never go wrong. Once you are even well hydrated as a human being, it makes sure that the body's processes and everything that has to happen in your system is properly taken care of. So now for digestion to happen, you need water to make it happen. And water forms part of the healthy drinks to improve on our digestion.
Yes, let's go
and
through
so
that.
we have, I wouldn't just take water. I want to flavor my water. So I'll just get 2 tablespoonfuls of lime or lemon juice to make sure at least I cause there to be some flavoring or some minty.
I think it's easier anyway to drink a lot of water when it's flavored.
For some people, yes. For some, like myself, I struggle with water. So you can just keep a water bottle, have that lemon juice, 2 teaspoons added to it. Just pick a few of the mints we have here and then add it to your water to give it that flavor that will always make you want to sip on your water to help keep your body hydrated. And we have healthy teas also for you to also try. This tea, kombucha, but I don't know how common it is, but in the supermarket you can find it. It's not like the way matcha is popular now, but if you can find it, it's one of the most powerful teas in the world. It is part of the tea. We have sencha, kunacha, we have matcha, we have this. They are into the green tea category, but for this particular tea, it is not green. That is the first image we have there with the golden tea. For the first image we have, that's the color for that. We have lemongrass tea. Lemongrass is common in Ghana. You can just go to somebody's backyard and ask for it. We don't buy mint, we don't buy these things in Ghana. We have peppermint tea, and then the most important, I'm happy about this, fennel tea, what we call the inkitinkiti. What we call inkitinkiti. Very, very good. You can just scoop a teaspoonful into water, boil it, and then make a good tea out of it. Every morning you can decide to have it, or after your meals where you know that there is a lot of protein in there, you can just take a small teacup of this just to help with digestion. So eating should be done with some level of knowledge to it, so that your body can really, really assimilate every nutrient.
So, I mean, we've basically run out of time, but there's the last one I just want to just touch on for about 10 seconds. How to reset the stomach, you know, in case you want to just get things back to normal.
Okay, so how to reset the stomach? We are going with a 3-day program. Yes, a 3-day program to help reset your stomach. Now, for the day 1, you need to eat anti-inflammatory foods. We've spoken about it. We have examples that we showed you. You stay hydrated, you sleep well. Now, for a person trying to reset your tummy or your body, you need to sleep not less than 6 hours in a day. And then day 2, you go for more fiber-rich foods and exercise. But here's the trick. For some people, when they do a lot of the fiber-rich foods, they get the bloating and the gassing. If it happens that in your quest to reset your body, you experience any of these, go back to day 1, what you did for day 1. So you do the same for day 2. And then day 3, you try something healthy, and then you try a bit of the fermented food like the Greek yogurt, but don't go so much because you want to avoid that. And people who are not supposed to reset, people with health conditions, and our medications, lactating mothers, pregnant women. And then if you observe that you are doing all these things, but you are still going through that, there may be an indication for an underlying condition you are not aware of.
Okay, fantastic.
So seek help from a doctor.
We have a lot of questions.
Or a nutritionist.
Okay, we have a lot of questions coming through, but we need to go now. So please, how can people reach you?
Okay, so on Instagram, you can follow me or send me a message at the nutritionist Akosia, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, nutritionist Akosia, and you can WhatsApp me on 0243 350206, 0243 350206.